Hey guys, welcome to Under the Arch Sports. I'm Eric Hobbs, and today we're talking about the Cardinals and if they're actually a good team. Before we start, thank you to all of you who have helped us get past 10,000 followers across all platforms. If you're not one of those, well, you can still be the next one. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and find us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and Spotify. So here the Cardinals are at 4-2, and frankly, they look better than I think most anybody would have expected. The offense in particular. And what they're doing right now is not sustainable for 162 games. Let's get that out of the way. In 6 games, they've scored 42 runs. And yes, two of it are extra innings. I understand, but those are going to happen. And the Cardinals had extra inning games in 2024, and the offense, the numbers were still putrid. In 6 games, they got 42 runs. That's an even seven a game, which is absurd for anybody except the New York Torpedo Bat Yankees. It's not going to last at that clip anyway, but the one homestand down and the offense is great. So it's fair to wonder, I think already, if trading Turner Ward for Brent Brown uh, was just something this team needed. If was Turner Ward that bad? Is Brent Brown that good? Some combination thereof? I don't know. But it's obvious that this is something that the team needed. There was a picture that went viral kind of on Facebook, the different Cardinals groups of Brent Brown with an iPad or whatever, and he had, gosh, like half the lineup huddled together, and he was showing them something, and it was something, a bit of coaching up that we really never saw over the last few years of, hey, here's how we can be better. And it's something that Cardinals fans are clinging to. I'm sure that stuff happened with Turner Ward, but to see it so visibly is something that Cardinals fans are happy to see, as are all the runs being scored. I think this is especially impressive given the fact that it took until Game 6 for Mason Wynn and Wilson Contreras to each get their first hit of the season. I don't believe Contreras made it on base until he got a base hit late in that game. So if this whole lineup can start clicking, or at least avoid drastic slumps like that from two of your guys, the lineup might be able to. I'm not going to say sustain 7 runs per game because that's absurd, but they can still put up numbers. They've scored at least 4 runs every game. And you do that, you're going to win a lot. They're hitting home runs. I mean, Ivan Herrera's taking care of that for the whole team, apparently. Victor Scott and Win when he gets on base, using speed. This team has elements of everything. That's huge. All right. Uh, you have to talk about the pitching as well. Right now, I'm picking one stat for the graphic there, but they are the best team in baseball when it comes to whip, 0.86, which is elite. Below 1 is very, very good. Below zero point 0.9 is elite. All right. So, we'll see what that translates to as the season continues. I'm still skeptical that Miles Michaelis, especially, will be serviceable even. And April 16th, that 6-man rotation comes in. We'll see what happens then. But 6 games, Steven Matz, excuse me, I said Steven Matz. I meant Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray's second start, most recent game. That was the worst start a starter had. All right. And that was 2 pitches. Solo homer to Trout and a grand slam. So was it Ohapi maybe? I forget who hit it. But 2 pitches. And that was honestly Ollie Marmol's fault for leaving him in too long. Because we know Sonny Gray falls off a cliff after about 80 pitches. So I don't even blame Gray for that one, especially because Marmol came out and talked to him and then left him in. I mentioned using the speed that at 8-9 spot, if you can set the table down there, there's a chance that Wilson Contreras in that two spot in the lineup could work out, especially if he figures out this slump and comes out of it. You know, Lars Nootbaar as your leadoff guy is showing power and he's being more assertive. Everyone's being more assertive. Just going up and taking it aggressive, authoritative hacks, and it's working. And this team right now, totally different in terms of aggressiveness. And frankly, I think in the clubhouse they're embracing being the young guys and a youth movement, the idea of it. And I think they're just going out and having fun. And I think maybe they're using the fact that the fans are so down on the team to say, hey, there's no pressure. Not quite playing with house money, but a step in that direction, maybe. There is no pressure on this team as far as expectations making the playoffs. So honestly, they're just playing loose and getting after it, and they look good. Again, it's one homestand, 6 games. We're going to see what happens as the season unfolds, but still. Did I mention the crowds? And what fans think. Ah, it's going to be an interesting dynamic to see what happens if this team actually ends up being pretty good. What happens? The Cardinals have set multiple. They've done it. They've done it twice. They've set the record for the smallest crowd in stadium history, non-COVID related. So, what happens if this team actually is good? It's not like the owners and the front office anybody did anything. Honestly, it's kind of them getting lucky, striking gold on accident. I'll be curious to see if the fans just say, nope, don't care if the team is, 50 and 38 and at well, I don't know when that is, at 88 games at July, August, I don't know. What happens if this team is on pace to win 90, 95 games? I don't think that they're going to be that good, but what if they are? I got to think the crowds will start showing back up at some point. And then you got to hope that this is sustainable because the front office will take it as a see, told you so. All these people boycotting our games, they didn't know what they were doing. So if the Cardinals are going to be good, I think fans better hope this is a sustainable thing. Otherwise, the whole boycott the game thing will be for nothing. So we'll see what happens. I think the Cardinals, I like the way they look, especially offensively. Pitching, they're very good right now. I'm curious to see how it holds up, but I'm more bullish on the lineup right now just because their approach is so different and more authoritative and aggressive. That's it for me, guys. Thank you for checking us out. Keep it tuned here to Under the Arch Sports.